Hey guys, how's it going? Kripparrian here. Today I want to give you guys a sponsored Marvel Future Fight video where I talk about their latest big update. We have a whole bunch of characters, new uniforms, the works, and I got back into Marvel Future Fight after a little bit of a hiatus, and I got to go through Shadowlands again. It's my absolute favorite part about Marvel Future Fight, and I had quite a good time. I got a chance to highlight most of the new characters and new uniforms, so I can give you guys a bit of a first opinion on them. Marvel Future Fight is a mobile game that highlights all the crazy stuff in the Marvel universe, and it highlights many different play modes. And yeah, it is a mobile game, but it's a game that rewards you playing every day. Farming is the biggest thing in this game. You can do so much. I got almost all the new characters off the ground immediately, as I had, lots of gear kits saved up, lots of tickets saved up, and yeah, I got into action almost right away. So what do we get with this big update? It's the Infinity Warps update. We had 4 new characters that are kind of like, warped up heroes. It's like 2 heroes together. So the first one is Arachnite. Arachnite is the combination of Spider-Man and Moon Knight, and this character can be acquired through one of the quests. It is a very powerful character. I could only get it to tier 1, so some characters are really strong at tier 1 and don't get a lot better when they're upgraded to tier 2 or so on. So I don't know whether that's the case or not. I didn't have the materials to upgrade him to tier 2 right away, but I have to say a tier 1 Arachnite surprised everyone that was watching the stream. He demolished the Shadowlands stage that I put him on, and you can see that in a second. His skills are largely high damage with residual web effects. He is a webber. He's part of the spider team, and as a result, even if his damage was to be pretty low, he'd still be a very high utility hero, as being able to CC web units is extremely valuable in many play modes in Marvel Future Fight. But it seems like it's not just the web, it seems like he really brings the damage as well. And we have Ghost Panther. Ghost Panther is the combination of Ghost Rider and Black Panther. The skills just look really amazing. He has a lot of outs. He has 2 skills that give him immunity to damage, so he's going to be a character that's very difficult to kill off. But yeah, there's ways to get through immunities these days. It's just that, having them on almost as a baseline, you just get the character, level up the skills. It just makes him a very valuable character, a very useful character. If you don't have a big roster, or if you're just getting into Marvel Future Fight for the first time, and if you are, please use the link below, of course. It is certainly going to be one of the first characters that you're going to want to try to acquire, as with his base toolkit, it's just super strong. I was able to get a few of these to tier 2, so yes, of course, their damage was through the roof on top of that, but you can tell just from some of these skills that these heroes are very strong. Iron Hammer is another one. Iron Hammer is the combination of Iron Man and Thor. Just a lot of cool graphics and lightning attacks. I was able to tier 2 Iron Hammer. With tier 2 on Iron Hammer, his damage was outstanding. It seems like it's a character that's a little bit more tricky to use than the others. I don't think I played him particularly well, but it didn't really matter because the damage was extreme, and I imagine with some practice, there are a lot of different ways that you can manipulate the enemies using your iframes, and fairly high guard breaking attacks from what I saw. The 4th new character is Weapon Hex. Weapon Hex is a combination of Scarlet Witch and X-23. I was not able to get this character on the first day of the update, but just looking through the skills, it seems like it's going to be a rather powerful character as well. This character can be obtained through the, I believe it's the daily BIOS pack, so yes, takes some time to get it geared out. But, well, seeing as the other characters are outstanding, some of the best in the game, it's probably worth the wait. They also made some new uniforms. We have a new Quicksilver uniform. Quicksilver has, since the launch of this character, has been one of the most dominant characters in the entire game. Now he's getting a uniform. We get the stat boosts. This uniform increases his chain hit damage, and it does seem to be quite considerable. Honestly, again, just talking about Quicksilver overall, he's just been really good through and through. So just even adding a uniform that just gives him stats and nothing else, that would just be stellar. But it seems like he gets a few powerful abilities as well. His skills change, but it looks like his skills don't change very much in terms of effectiveness. They're at least as effective as before, and the bonus chain hit damage that comes with the uniform seems to be rather noticeable. We also have a new Medusa uniform. Medusa is not a particularly strong character in the game. It seems like the uniform maintains her defensive abilities and ups her damage quite a bit. So, you know, no surprise there. That's very much what you'd expect out of a typical new uniform for a fairly powerful old character. And we have a third new uniform, the Agent Venom uniform. And Agent Venom is a particularly strong character, so giving him a uniform is certainly a big plus. I think I underutilized him on my Shadowlands stage as he just completely annihilated it. I don't know how much of that was the uniform, because as at the base, he's just a very powerful character in general. So we'll see about that. We'll see as the weeks roll out. If you guys want more details on these characters and these uniforms, you guys can check out the game. You know, join a guild, they'll be talking about it, or maybe you guys can check out the Marvel Future Fight Reddit, which is still very active to this day, and you can get a bit more of an in-depth as the days pass, as the weeks roll out, as people acquire additional experience with these new heroes and new skins. For now, I want to give you guys highlights of using most of the characters I talked about in my Shadowlands clear this week. So enjoy that. Hope you guys enjoy the rest. Check out Marvel Future Fight, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Let me see if I can remember how to play Medusa. Okay, that's the damage block. She has a lot of good stuns. From what I can tell, the uniform makes her skill usage a lot more forgiving. Pretty cool animation on that too. She used to have much tighter timers. Like she goes invincible, but only for a small time. It seems like that time's a lot longer now. Oh, that guy's like dead already. Okay, skepticism erased. Okay. Wave modes are really hard. They're like the hardest stages in Shadowland. I'm literally button mashing. I've never played this character before. But button mashing with web characters tends to work out pretty well a lot of the time. Plus he has the heal, right? This character seems crazy. Wait, I killed the main guy already. What? Kimono does like a bleed. They're all dead. Oh, it canceled my skill because I killed them? Yeah, that's your tier 2, boys. Tier 2 new uniform, Agent Venom, easy peasy. So the skills all seem to do pretty similar damage so far. Oh, that does a lot. This skill does a lot. Yes, it does. It's not like, well, he is tier 1 at the same time. No, I think his damage is rather high as well. The characters that you're up against, if he can solo this would be pretty impressive, I think. Okay, well, seems rather easy. It's not a full iframe though. It's very high damage, but he's not protected. Alright, looks like Iron Hammer's also rather ridiculous. That's the Thor Iron Man fusion. So he throws the cars, and then he does his punch a whole million times, and then, oh, I forgot to do the buff, and then, okay. So I had to do the buff first, my mistake. Okay. Okay, so we do buff, and then we do tornado. Okay, so we're new perfectly here. Buff, tornado, and then iframe. Okay, Wolverine escaped that carnage, but he's also combat, which means he takes a lot less damage. Well, not really. He gets obliterated.